Eric, I guess just I don't think anybody expected it to be that close. Just in your mind, what happened to you guys today?
I mean, I think number one, we're trying to figure out, who we are. I think the role development aspect is where we're at. I mean, I thought there were some positives at DC with 15 rebounds, 9 offensive. I think our point guard play is of concern right now. Who is our primary point guard? Our 4 spot I'm concerned about, obviously, without having Kamani and without having Trey Wade. That those are 2 guys that are primary 4 men. So I do think we missed them a little bit. And then defensively, as a staff, we have to do a better job because we have some guys that maybe are not individual defenders like some of our guys last year. I mean, Jalen Tate and Justin Smith just locked people up, and we don't have those individual defenders. I am overly shocked at how poorly we shot the ball from the foul line and from 3. Behind closed doors, we have not seen lack of shooting like we did today, whether it's the red-white, whether it's our live segments in practice, whether it's the pro day we had. We've never not shot the ball again in a small sample size like we did today. But again, there's some positives. I mean, I thought that Likes is plus 15 when he was on the floor, really important. But again, I mean, I can go back and forth and give you a positive and 4 negatives because 9 assists to 10 turnovers is not going to you're not going to win many games only having 9 assists. So point guard play is I kind of let it go and have watched it and witnessed it, and now I got to do something about it and figure out how we can become a team that gets more out of the point guard spot and more out of the power forward spot.
Coach, you mentioned the other day the importance of getting these exhibitions under your belt this year. You didn't have that luxury last year. Is there a benefit to this group kind of having to overcome some adversity early before it counts in the win-loss column?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had to, we got behind. We weren't making shots. I mean, look, the truth of the matter is you either do one of these or you do something behind closed doors. And, the one year when I was an assistant at Arizona State, we did a closed door scrimmage and we lost to the University of San Francisco by 50. I think we lost by literally 49. We went on and had a really good year. So I think what this is for is we're trying to figure out who we are, what our holes are. I think that, anybody that was here probably has the same opinion I do, whether it's about some of the things that we did as a team and then also some of the individual play as well. But again, Connor's knee is now bothering him. We said that Kamani's out, Trey Wade is out, KK. He was anxious to play today, but he couldn't even finish Friday's practice, and so we have some nicks and some guys that are hurt significantly in Trey and Kamani, that they're out of practice. Those aren't little nicks. Those are things that they're not even doing live play. I thought our overall physical conditioning shocked me at how winded we were, even the first 6 minutes of the game. Absolutely, I was astonished at the lack of physical conditioning that we exhibited early in the game.
It's part of it possibly the opponent. I mean, you got North Texas, as a Conference USA champion and a NCAA tournament team, and maybe they just, kind of glossed over this team.
I don't know. I mean, we had Nate, I would, if we had a really bad shoot around and in a really lackadaisical practice yesterday, I would say, let's chalk it up to that. I'm concerned. Because we had a great shoot around today. In fact, it was so good we knocked off the last 15 minutes of shoot around because I thought we had good energy. You can rest assured we'll never take off 15 minutes of our shoot around ever again with this group of players. We'll probably add on an extra hour in our next shoot around on game day. So I thought that they were ready coming in. Maybe some nerves, I don't know.
Eric, I know it's an exhibition game and it doesn't count in the standings, but how important was it to win the game? And what do you think keyed the comeback? I thought, defense, especially Jalen, I thought was really good.
Yeah, I thought defensively we kind of turned it up. Playing with 3 guards. Chris has to improve as an individual defender, but I do think he can bother people a little bit. With his quickness, and obviously Devo and JD. Defensively, I thought they were a key. But, we showed our team other Division II games. Miami played a game the other day. I think it was 104-98 in an exhibition game like this. There's been plenty of upsets, so to speak, in these type of games. But we're not sitting here saying that we don't have a lot of work to do, because we do.
How important was it to
I mean, I think any time that that you compete and there's a scoreboard, Bob, I think it's really important. So yeah, I think again, if we would have lost the game and fizzled out at the end, but as far as the coaching staff, I'm not so sure I feel that much different right now than if it would have been another 4-point swing somewhere. I mean, we got a lot of work to do. And the good thing is, like, when you're practicing, certain guys can look really good, and then the lights come on and things change, both good and bad. And so that's why I don't like to do the secret scrimmage route, because we had an opportunity to play against some really good Power 5 schools behind closed doors, and you go 10 minutes a zone. And I did that in Nevada, and it backfired every time, because it was still a false sense of who we were. And I think when there's a crowd, there's referees, there's a real stat sheet, you're not adding on playing 50 minutes, I think it gives you a good barometer on how you're going to divvy up role development. I really do.
Hey, Coach, talk about the free throw shooting early in the game. At one point, you guys were shooting 22% from the free throw line. And then what was the message at halftime to you guys in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put on a free throw clinic at halftime. I mean, there's 5th grade CYO teams that can shoot that good from the foul line. So, we have to improve as a free throw shooting team, and we'll do that. We'll work on it and try to get better at it. And when guys step up to the foul line, they have to be composed. But certainly we can't have guys shooting. Deese missed 6, Stanley missed 2, Jalen missed 2. So we've got to get better, from the foul line for sure.
Coach, you mentioned the point guard battle. Is that between JD, KK, Chris, and Devo, or is there certain 3 or 2 guys you really want to establish?
Yeah, I mean, I just think as a whole, as a group, I mean, you can't play 40 minutes of basketball and only have 9 assists. And so, again, it's been a concern of mine. I knew it was going to be there. I've just kind of sat back, let it kind of play out, and that won't be the case anymore. I mean, I'll put the guy out there as a primary ball handler that I think is the correct guy. And, that's when it's JD and Chris, I mean, they're scoring point guards. But we've got to get way more solid play out of that position for sure to compete at a high level at the SEC level.
What'd you think of the job Max did getting his team ready? And I guess Apple and, Crutchfield, Chris's son played pretty well. Just what'd you think of their effort?
Yeah, I thought they played so hard. Proud of Max. I thought they executed. They moved the ball from side to side really well. I thought they did a good job of kind of milking the clock a little bit, keeping it at their pace. I thought they worked harder than us on converting offensive rebounds. even though they didn't have a lot of offensive rebounds, their points in the paint off their offensive rebounds and their conversion rate was at a high mark. We did not. That's the first time that I've ever done a game and not scouted at all. First time ever at any level. And, the other, I guess the one thing that I just told the staff before coming in here is maybe our preps do help us a little more than I even give it credit, because we didn't do anything whatsoever ever except tell them who their leading scorer was. And so we'll get right into our prep for North Texas and prep a lot more than we did this game. And obviously, Max knows all of our play calls, and we've added some stuff this year, but not enough to have an impact on the game. And then, quite frankly, we thought some guys were going to play better, and we ended up going really, really small to try to win the basketball game. And we had guys playing out of position that might not know the offense as well. But we're going to have our smalls are going to have to. We'll probably play small ball a lot this year, based on what I've seen so far.
Coach, you mentioned losing some key defenders, Justin Smith, Jalen Tate. I would say Moses Moody's outstanding in that category as well. Is there a guy or group of guys on this team that you think can kind of emerge and be that next level defenders on this year's team?
I don't know. I mean, we have some guys that are good defenders, but they gamble a lot. And Tate and Smith they were really solid. They didn't gamble hardly at ever. They understood spacing, and they had good length. I think we're going to have to become a way better team defensively, because I don't think we have guys that are just going to shut people down like those two guys did. I think you witnessed that tonight.
Yeah, Eric, is the timeline for Wade return still maybe mid-December, and is it Kamani's wrist, and what's maybe the timeline for him getting back?
Say that again.
I think you'd said when practice started that you were maybe looking at Wade being able to play maybe mid-December.
No. We feel both of them, and I could be wrong. I guess I'd have to check medically, but I think they're both opening night.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Kamani, it's a wrist, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I probably just had that wrong.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that, medically that neither of them have practiced. Hopefully Trey will get semi-involved in practice maybe like Wednesday or Thursday. He hasn't even he's not really skeleton even 5-on-0, so I don't think either one of those guys will play against North Texas. But I think once we have that 12-day break from the time that North Texas, I think we'll start seeing those guys get a little bit more active. Thanks, guys.